A state of emergency has been declared in the American state of Maryland after a bridge collapsed when it was struck by a container ship. Joining us live now is the head of structural engineering at Monash University, the Associate Professor Colin Caprani. Colin, appreciate your time this morning. Given your experience, how did something like this even happen? And how is there not enough time to ensure it doesn't collide with a bridge?
Well, it seems that there was a Mayday call, so hopefully fewer people were on the bridge than might have been otherwise. But really, it shouldn't happen, should it? We have bridge protection measures in place. We put something called a dolphin, which is a large piece of concrete about 100 meters off the pier, and it's a sacrificial element. It's supposed to take the impact rather than the bridge. There is even a second layer of protection on this bridge, which is called a fender, so a bit like a bumper on your car. It was simply insufficient for the size that this ship is.
So, I mean, if we're going to learn anything from this, then do those preventative structures need to be changed?
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, because what we're seeing is that bridges that were built to standards from the 70s maybe have not kept up to date, or the protection measures have not kept up to date with the growing size of the ships that transit the navigation waters near these large bridges. So I think what we need to do now as a profession is make sure that any of our bridges near these navigation channels are properly protected against the ships that are currently traversing them, and not the ships that they were designed for 40, 50, 60 years ago.
Look, I'm just looking at the security vision that have come through overnight, and you can clearly see it loses power, right, in the moments leading up to the crash with the bridge. So I think we can assume what's gone wrong. But I mean, is it unusual or not that that the ship would veer off course from a point of going safely under it to colliding with the pylon?
Look, unusual, yes, it's quite rare. So typically it's about 1 in 10,000 ship movements, we would say, becomes aberrant, which is it might lose power or drift off course. The chances of it actually hitting the pylon, and the chance then that the ship is large enough to take the pylon down, it's an incredibly rare event. All the same, we don't want it to happen. We try to design against it.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Colin, appreciate your time this morning. We've got to go, though, but thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.